Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another week of instruction. My name is Miss Henry, and I will be your instructor for this week. Our ELA lesson focus this week will be on identifying main idea and summarize supporting details. Our learning target for today is I can identify the main idea and summarize supporting details in a text. There are a few things that you will need for your instruction today and for the rest of the week, so please keep them close to you. We will need a pencil, we will need a sheet of paper, and we will also need a notebook or whichever you may have at home. Before we jump into the lesson, I want us to watch this video, and while we are watching the video, to reflect on two questions. Who or what the video is about. Please write these questions down. It will help you as you watch your video. I'll repeat the first question. Who or what the video is about? What do the clues say about them? I'll repeat the first question. Who or what the video is about? Second question. What do the clues say about them? Now remember, as you watch, think about those questions, and then we'll discuss the answers after. I will minimize my screen so you can have a better view of the video.
There are all kinds of crimes in this city, and all sorts of clues to solving them. But when those clues are hidden in a piece of text, that's when they call me in. Detective Deeds, Text Analysis Unit. Back here, Detective, by the freezer. Someone smashed this freezer door and took a bunch of the fish inside. Did they take anything else? We're checking, but it looks like this freezer was the only one they hit. All right. Where is it? Where is what? The text. That's why I'm here, isn't it? Oh yeah, the paper. It's over here. It's pretty crumpled up, so I didn't think it was anything. But Penny over there thought we should call you. Can you make anything out? It looks like it's about penguins. We'll check the details to see if that's the main topic. Smaller penguin species of the Antarctic primarily feed on krill and squid. Species found farther north tend to eat fish. Adelie feed primarily on small krill, while chinstraps forage for large krill. Emperor and king mainly eat fish and squid. None are capable of flight. Here are some species names: Adelie, chinstraps, emperor, and king. And we know none of these species are able to fly. These details pretty much confirm the main topic. What is it? What's the main topic? Penguins. I just said penguins.
Okay, boys and girls, there you have it. While we were watching, we should have been reflecting on the questions. Who or what is the video about? From the evidence, we saw that the video is about various penguin species. What do the clues say about these penguin species? The clues suggest, or the clues told us what each penguin species eat, which organisms they feed on. So there you have it, boys and girls, for Detective Dean. Let's move on to our lesson vocabulary. Now we're looking at lesson vocabulary on day one, boys and girls, because it is important throughout the rest of the week as we use these words for you to have a great understanding of what they mean as we come across them, and it will help us to identify the main ideas better. Main idea or central idea. What a text or a portion of a text is mostly about. And a portion of a text could be a paragraph or a sentence from a text. Supporting details, text evidence, key ideas, information from the text that supports what the text is mostly about, which is the main idea. Summarize. Statement that explains the main idea in a condensed or shorter way. And we will be condensing the supporting details, or text evidence as we find them within our text. Boys and girls, here we have Angry Birds with us to also explain what is the main idea. The main idea of a passage is what the story is mostly about. Along with this, boys and girls, we have 3 guiding questions that I feel will be helpful for us to fully understand how to identify the main idea and supporting details within a text. The first question: what is the topic or topic sentence of the paragraph or passage? What does the paragraph say about the topic? What does the author want us to know about the topic? And that's a crucial question, boys and girls. What does the author want us to know about the topic? Everything that is said within the passage or the text ties back to what does the author want us to know. When we look at the first question, boys and girls, it says, what is the topic or topic sentence of the paragraph or passage? Once we have identified that, then we read through each paragraph to identify the supporting details that will also help us to make inference as to what the author wants us to know about the topic. We also have, boys and girls, what main idea is not. We said that the main idea is not the theme of a text. It is not opinionated. It is not a summary. Here are a few other additional strategies that we can use to help us identify the main idea. We can use titles and headings. We can use topic sentences. We can use concluding sentences. We can look for repeated ideas. It is very important, boys and girls, that as we are going through our text, we understand that the main idea can be found in the beginning, the middle, or the ending of a text. It can be found anywhere, but it is very important for us to read the entire passage or text before we decide what the main idea will be. And when we're looking for repeated ideas, there are times when we'll have the one word repeating itself or words that are similar in meaning that can also be used as clues to identifying what the main idea is. Now we're going to be working on 2 paragraphs. I will be modeling one for you, and you will be doing one on your own, but we're going to go through the responses before the end of the lesson. What I want you to do now is to create or draw this graphic organizer that you see on your screen, and be careful to pay attention to all the details because you want to make sure that you label each box carefully. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. And you're also going to need another one for the other passage. All right, let's move on. Let's get to our passage of the day. Now, this passage, as we look at it, we see where the title is Dolphins. And once I read the title, I start to ask myself, what does the author want me to know about dolphins? I'm not sure, but as I'm reading, I'm going to be looking for evidence that tells what does the author wants me to know about dolphins. Now let's read. Dolphins are mammals that live in the ocean. Mammals are different than fish, reptiles, or birds. As a mammal, dolphins breathe oxygen, even though they live in water. Because they're mammals, a dolphin's mother gives birth to a live baby, unlike reptiles and birds who lay eggs. A dolphin's mother also feeds her baby milk like other mammals. Now, while I was going through the passage, there's one word that I hear repeatedly, and I'm sure you picked up on that as well. The word that I heard repeatedly was mammals. So I'm going to highlight all these words: mammals because I heard them repeatedly, and it's helping me to make an inference that my main idea will be centered around mammals. Now, when I look back at my topic sentence, it also states that dolphins are mammals. So right here, that's going to be my first details that tells me what the author wants me to know about dolphins. The author wants me to know that dolphins are mammals, but I need to have the evidence to prove that dolphins are in fact mammals. So now let's go through the passage to see what evidence are there to support that dolphins are mammals. As a mammal, dolphins breathe oxygen. That's my second evidence. Now, my third evidence here, it says, dolphins' mother give birth to a live baby. That's my third evidence to prove that, my second evidence to prove that dolphins are mammals. Now, when I put all of this information in my graphic organizer, I'm going to move my screen over here. It says, detail 1, dolphins are mammals. 2, dolphins breathe oxygen. 3, dolphins' mother gives birth to a live baby. When I read all 3 details, it helps me to summarize and infer that my main idea is dolphins are mammals because they breathe oxygen and have live birth. So I basically summarize my 3 details here to make this one statement. Now, we're going to be moving on to the next passage, boys and girls, where you're going to be working on your own. Let's go. Okay. Like I said before, we will be needing a second graphic organizer. So quickly go ahead and draw this graphic organizer. This graphic organizer has 3 detailed boxes instead of 2, so make sure you have enough space for the third box. I'll give you a few seconds to do so. For the next passage, I will project that on the screen and give you a few seconds to read that, and then I will read along with you, and then we can identify the key ideas and the main idea. Okay, boys and girls, we're now on passage 2. This is where you're going to be practicing what you have learned from the previous passage and also from the previous discussion. By now, you should have drawn your graphic organizers and you're ready to begin. Now go ahead, read the passage, and as you're reading, remember, think about your guiding questions. There's no title, we can see that. So let's focus on the topic sentence. What does the author want you to know? Read the paragraph to identify the details which will help us to find our main idea. Go ahead. Okay, boys and girls, I will now read with you so we can identify our main idea and summarize our supporting details. Thunderstorms are dangerous. Every thunderstorm contains lightning, and lightning kills more people each year than tornadoes or hurricanes. Do you know what to do to remain safe during a thunderstorm? First, go inside a sturdy building or a vehicle and close the windows. Furthermore, the National Weather Service recommends that you stay inside for at least 30 minutes after the last rumble of thunder is heard. Do not use telephones or electrical equipment. Avoid taking showers or running water. If you are unable to get safely inside a building, avoid taking cover beneath tall, isolated trees. Also, avoid water, high ground, and metal objects. Knowing what to do and what not to do during a thunderstorm can save your life. Okay, boys and girls, as we noted before, this paragraph does not have a title or a topic. However, the first sentence will serve as our topic sentence. Thunderstorms are dangerous. And then I asked myself, I'm hoping that you ask yourself, what does the author want you to know about the dangers of thunderstorm? Throughout the passage, there were several clues as to what the author wants us to know about thunderstorms. For example, here in this sentence, the author says, go inside a sturdy building or a vehicle and close the windows. This is one detail that is telling us how to remain safe during a thunderstorm. Another detail, do not use telephones or electrical equipment. This other detail is also telling us how to remain safe during a thunderstorm. Another detail about remaining safe, avoid taking cover beneath tall, isolated trees and avoid the use of metal objects. These details, boys and girls, should have suggested to you that the author wants us to know what to do to remain safe during a thunderstorm. These are measures that we take to remain safe during a thunderstorm. I will give you a few minutes to clarify your notes if you need to clarify. And then we will look at what the graphic organizer looks like after we have extracted the details to the graphic organizer. Okay, I will clear all of this information and then we will move on to our graphic organizer. Our first detail. Detail 1. If you're outside, avoid tall trees, water, and metal objects. 2. Do not use telephone, electrical equipment, or running water. And 3. Stay inside a sturdy building or vehicle and close the windows. When we summarize these details, boys and girls, we see where the author wants us to know what to do in order to be safe during a thunderstorm. So we make an inference that our main idea is there are certain actions that you need to take to be safe in a thunderstorm. Clarify your notes if you need to. And boys and girls, this brings us to the end of our first day of instruction. Before we close out our day, boys and girls, let's do a quick review. Our learning target for today was I can identify the main idea and summarize supporting details. We also use the 3 guiding questions to help us identify the main idea. What is the topic or topic sentence of the paragraph or passage? What does the paragraph say about the topic? What does the author want us to know about the topic? Now, boys and girls, we also talked about what main idea is not. We said it is not the theme of a text, it is not opinionated, neither is it the summary. While the main idea will help us to understand what the summary is and help us to write our summary, it is not the summary. Now let's look at your at-home practice to see what you will be doing. Okay, boys and girls, for your at-home practice, this is the website that you will go to further your practice with identifying the main idea in given text. Have a great afternoon, boys and girls, and I will see you soon.